Hello all, and welcome to TTFA. I'm Jitendra. I have over 10 years of experience in the field of data science and analytics. Today, we are going to address a business problem that we have. So, some of the business questions that business has asked from the Superstore sales data set. They want to understand the total sales, profit, and average discount that they are providing by different segments, categories, subcategories, and then they also want to know how many segments, categories, and subcategories they have, and also total sales by segment and category, subcategories that is happening around the different stores, and the products that they are selling in each segment, category, and subcategory, and orders that are shipped, how they are shipping those orders, standard or any other mechanism that they have, and they want to check if they are what is the medium of shipment by segment, category, and subcategories. So this is the these are the questions that business wants to understand initially. The reasons could be any, but let's suppose we had a call with the client, and then they have asked these questions so that they can understand what the business is and how the business is doing. How we are going to do that? See, there are a lot of approaches do, people follow in data world. Some work on programming side. They work on SQL and categorize and pull out the data and then present the numbers. That's one of them. Then some goes Tableau or any other form of visualization tool. They create the visualization and then present it. Uh, there are other ways as well that we can do, like we can use Python as well to answer these questions. Different, there are multiple ways basically to answer these questions. Today, we are going to actually explore SQL syntaxes that we can leverage to answer these, along with Alteryx, how we can connect Alteryx with the SQL server and then pull out the data from there, and then we can do no code exploration within Alteryx, and then the same thing we can explore using Python, if how that can be done within Alteryx using Python. We'll also explore that. Also, we are going to do the same exploration in Tableau. So we'll start with Alteryx. We'll start with new workflow. I will not go with the old one so that you understand what we are trying to do. Before we go any further, if anyone has any question or suggestion or any language barriers, they can highlight, and we can take the class accordingly. They can put it in chat if they want. Anyone? Okay, I'll take this silence as no. So we are going to pull input tool, because before we do anything, we have to bring the data to canvas, right? Without data, we cannot do anything. We are going to take the input tool. We are going to make the connection, connect to the save data sources. For now, we are going to connect Microsoft SQL Server. We'll use ODBC. ODBC is Oracle, some form of in a layman term. I'll not go in that much into technical so that you don't feel any difficulty to understand. It is a kind of driver, you can say, bus driver in your local and lame town, who has the responsibility to take your request, go to data server, and fetch the data that you want to you know access, right? That we can do. There are other connections and then other options as well. We can simply click on data connection, set up a connection. We can go to data sources, click on ODBC connections, and then there are options that we can connect. We can pick any of them. We are looking forward to connect the local one. Okay, so this is the local data set that we want to connect. So once we connected, we saw this SQL command over here, right? This is a SQL editor where we can write up the queries and we can pull up the data directly. Now, we are not sure where the data is and which is the table that I should refer. So as per the question, the on top we can see that this is superstore sales data, right? We have other tabs as well. We can refer the tables if we want to direct or pull single. If we know that this is the table that we need to know, need to refer, then we can simply refer from the tables. We can see which one is ours. We can find from here and we can select, and then we can connect with this. Then we have visual query builder through which we can identify how many data sources we have. You can see on this portion here we see that we have TTFA DB query, we have test, we have other database as well. We can open it. We can see that we have only one database object over here. On in that database object we have four tables over here, right? So I want to connect a orders table, superstore, sample superstore, the orders table. Simply I can click on it. It will open the visual query over here. We can see that these are the fields that we have in this table. We can select star for now. Star represents that all of these columns, all of these fields which we can see at the bottom, they'll be selected at once. We can select star and then we can simply go to SQL editor. We'll see that we have selected the table that we wanted to connect. Now, also you are seeing that select statement is having the entire table name and then putting the star, you know, after that. What we can do, we can simply remove this part. We can keep as star and the table name is here. This is a star. This is star statement. In this statement, all of your table data will be pulled at once. We can simply refresh. We can see all of the data and the preview of that data is available here in this preview first 100 records window. You can see. Before we jump to further, we should understand what Alteryx is and how we are going to leverage it. And also we should have the understanding of what are the different segments that you are seeing here. So on the left side, this window, this is what we call as configuration, because as you have seen that we have clicked on setup connection, then connected with the data source, pulled out the data, configured the query over here. We can simply click on this and it will open the query, right? So all of the configuration part we are doing in this window, and that's where we are calling it as configuration window. Then we have results window. Why we are saying it result window? As soon as you run this workflow, as soon as you execute execute the run command, you'll see this canvas is run and you are seeing the input output basically. So basically input, when I'm saying, I'm referring to this tool, and the output when I'm saying that this output anchor is giving you this data. Here we can see that we have almost 9,994 records, that those records are scattered and then spread into different fields and the information that we are getting here. We are seeing that few raw IDs, raw IDs assigned, order IDs here, order date when the order was placed, then we have the ship date when the order was shipped, then we have the ship mode, how the order was shipped. These are the questions that we are asking and then we are getting the answers. Similarly, we are getting the customer name, segment, country, city, and state as well. If we move towards right, you'll see we have other information as well, like postal code, regional information, category information, subcategory information. Then we have product name as well, and on that product, how much sale we are doing and how much quantities we are getting from the customers, and on those quantities, how much discount we are offering, and after discount, how much profit we are making. This data is pretty much straightforward. It is in a tabulation form. We don't need to do any cleaning, parsing at the moment. Any questions so far before we move to next segment? Anyone? Okay, I'll take this silence as no. Okay, we can revisit this segment configuration window, but before that, we should understand what the ribbon bar and options we have in Alteryx. So see, the Alteryx is not about coding. It's all about dragging and configuring your logics and the solution that you want to implement on the data. Uh, you can say that using Alteryx, you can reduce the code dependency by 95 to 98%. And you can also use Alteryx to actually automate the processes that you want to automate. That may be repetitive in nature, and that may be any other purpose that you may want to do for the analysis and as well as for the automations to send out the emails to your clients and your business partners. Alteryx gives you the ability to not only connect with different data sources, but also it gives you the ability to actually integrate codes from different languages and different sources. For that, they have provided a couple of tools, inbuilt tools that you can say to connect the data sources, write out the data outputs to different locations. They have input data and then they have output data tools. If you want to embed something in workflow and you want to put something hardcore information in workflow, you can use text input. Then you have map input as well, which can give you which can help you analyze special data. Then you have dictionary and other date time and browse tools as well, through which you can actually read out multiple sheets and add timestamps, add browse your data within the workflow, and you can analyze it further. In and out tool help you explore the data, uh, give you a glimpse of data how they look. To manipulate the data, we have preparation tool. In this section, we use to select the data, customize and create the subset of the data, take the samples out of it, to put the logics, our logics that we want to apply on the data. And if we want to impute it, we want to filter the data, we want to, do the unique, we want to take out the unique information from the data. All of that we can do using the preparation tool. Then there are cases where you are going to face the problems and you need to combine the data from various sources. And when you need to combine the data from various sources, you need to use the join tools. In the join tools options, unlike others, they have only, inner, outer, and left, right joins. For example, if we talk about SQL, they have five, six joins to actually do the same. All of them are here available with you. Union, they give you ability to append the data, and then if we talk about join, they give you the ability to perform left, right, and outer and inner join with the data. Also, you have some other advanced options as well. For example, fuzzy match, append fields, and then make groups, etc. These are the customization that you may want to do with your data after exploring. So these are the advanced options that are also available with the Alteryx, uh, you know, software. Then it is not necessary that all data that you are importing is actually fully transformed and cleaned. You may have to perform certain cleaning operations, and you may have to go for advanced parsing options. And for that, we have parse tools where we can parse XML. We can also parse text to columns, and we can use text to columns to segregate data from different sources as well. And then we have regular expressions. Regular expressions is as same as advanced coding mechanism that they provide. You may have to just look into what are the configuration that you need to do to use the regular expressions in here, and then get the leverage of same functionalities that you can achieve with coding. Then you have the transform section where you, if you want to change the representation of your data, make the data into a tabular form. You may want to make the data in kind of transposed form. You want to get some summaries, or you want to arrange the data in different forms. You can use the transform section and play around with your data. If you move ahead, you'll see that we have in database tools. Using these tools, we can directly connect to databases, and after connecting, we can perform and actually uh, play around the data, play around with the data at that side only. So let's say for now, when we are trying to interact with the data, we are pulling the data to canvas. This part, when I'm saying the canvas, when I'm referring to the word canvas, we are just referring to this white part. This is a kind of blank copy that you refer, and on this canvas we build our solutions. And when we are interacting with Alteryx, we usually interact with this part, and then we configure on the right left hand side in the configuration window. When we are talking about in database tools, we are talking about interacting the database and working on the logics that we need to do before importing the data into the canvas. And that's where in database tools comes into handy. Then we have reporting tools, like we create the reports in Tableau, and we share it to our stakeholders, clients. Similarly, we can simply create reports within the Alteryx, and we can use the email tool option or any other mechanism, delivery mechanism that we may want to use, and we can simply send out the reports directly to stakeholders and clients. We don't need to go into any other tool to do the other jobs, create charts, etc. Same we can do with interactive charts and insights. Over here you can see also, if you want to create multiple charts and you want to use and combine them, you have a lot of other tools like layout and map builders, legend builders, etc. to actually combine your visual assets into one, and then send out the compiled report to your clients and your stakeholders. Then you have built a complex workflow. After performing all of the preparation, join, and parse tools, you have complex workflow. Now you want to document it. Document it for your juniors. You want to let them know that this is how the workflow has been built, and these are the consideration that you have considered, and they need to follow the steps. You can use the documentation tool. You can comment. You can actually, I'm sorry, can you see my screen? Can anyone confirm? Okay, share a screen so everyone can. Okay, I think it is shared, right? Okay. Thank you, Rakshana. Thank you. I'm sorry, your name is not there. Okay. Hope you can see it. At any point, if you are seeing you are facing any problem, you can just ping in chat. Okay. Okay, we can start here. So we were talking about the documentation. So for example, if you have built a complex workflow, and you want to document it, you can use the documentation part. And using the documentation, you can leave the comments, you can put the logics into container, and you can add the explorer box to see if the output is relevant to your workflow or not. Then we have other tools as well. These are the special tools. Special tools are used to analyze the regions. For example, let's say you are analyzing uh, regional data, you are analyzing a store data, you are analyzing mall data. All those are a kind of regional information, or geographical information, and that geographical analysis is done using special tools in Alteryx. The customization that special tool in Alteryx provide, they are much advanced than any other tools like Power BI and Tableau, etc. Any questions so far before we move to advanced tools, please?
Please. क्यों क्लास लग रही है अभी?
Okay, I'll take this as no. We can move from here. So now we can talk about the advanced tools like interface, right? You have built the analysis tools. You have built the let's suppose you have built the standard workflows and then etc. So far, now you want to build apps that can take the user input and then perform the analysis accordingly. You have lot of options. Similarly, once you click here, you go to workflow setting, you see that you have analytics app macro options over here. So what they do, they actually give you the ability to create or automate your repetitive stuff, and create a tool like I have created over here for specific use. For the HR emails, I have created HR email tool, and then similarly for other purpose, I have created different tools. These customization I have done for my customized solutions. Similarly, you can make your own app, you can make your own macro, you can make iterative macro, batch macros, and any other macro that you may want to build for your customized solutions. And all of that is done using the interface tool. Here you can take the customized inputs from user, and then based on that input you can build your solution to deliver the output. You can automate end-to-end solutions with just a click. Then we have advanced machine learning and the other form of analysis where you can do like predictive analytics with the like linear logistics, model comparisons, naive Bayesian classifiers. These are very advanced concepts that are there. And similarly, we have A/B testing for the web analytics and etc. that we see. And if we move towards time series, we also have ETS, TS compare, and then other kind of forecast, and then a pilot kind of analysis that we can perform using time series tools. Then we have predictive grouping and prescriptive analytics as well. Like after creating your models on etc., you can simply connect prescriptive tools to create automated reports from these analysis. For the advanced development that you may want to do, like building your own API, building your own connection to connect with the different data sources out there. For them, I mean, for example, here, if you look at here, you simply click on the setup connection. You already get a lot of connection options. You can connect to tons of data sources with inbuilt tools, that inbuilt connectors that Alteryx has to offer. But if there is something that you want to customize and you want to create your own APIs, you want to build your own development, you can use these connectors, and then refer these auto build connectors from Alteryx marketplace. You can import from there and you can use it. For example, I have imported all Outlook 365, Google input tools, etc. And also I want to get the Gmail attachment, etc. I have these connectors in place. I can simply connect that. And in case I want to build one for me that is referring to any custom API, I can use the developer tools to build one for me. Here we have tools like download, we have tools like dynamic replace, input and JSON parse, etc. Also we have the options which where we can use or leverage Python as well. In Python we can do advanced coding, we can develop our SDKs, connectors as we want. Also we have R integration, where using the R we can simply integrate R tools to perform a customized analysis on top of it. And then we have laboratory. Are the tools where actually we can refer, like, we can consider them, they are not fully developed, they are still in development, but they are available for you to actually test and provide your feedback accordingly. You want to generate the workflow summary, etc., you can use these tools to do that. So these are the initially and an initial pre-packaged tools that we have in here. Then we can go more tools, that if you want to, we can click on this setting icon and we can see that we have a lot of other tools as well. And along with these, I mean, not these, if we go and explore other packages over Alteryx platform, we'll see that Alteryx has the capability to actually integrate with AI and other solutions as well. They provide the solutions and tools for image parsing, PDF parsing, etc. They are advanced tools, and they come with the different packages, BI packages, or AI and machine learning packages. For now, what we are trying to address here, we are going to work in the field of data analytics and the automations. That's where we are exploring these tools for now. We will be covering advanced tools in the later classes. Any questions so far? Anyone? You can put your questions into chat, no worries. Okay, I'll take that one by one. Okay. Okay, so I'll take this silence as no and we'll move forward. Okay. So as we connected the data source, we connected to local SQL server through which we pulled the data. We can refresh simply. We'll see that we have uh, these this preview of the data. Okay. Now I want you to understand not only just connecting all the data and pulling it here. You can also do the custom query over here. You can simply go and instead of pulling star, you can simply say that, okay, I don't want all data, I just want sum of sales, okay, as total total sales, and I don't want this to be as single sole entity. I want to group it by, let's say, category. Okay. And now if I simply do that, we'll not get the category. So what we can do, we can simply say, okay, give me the category as label 2 so that I can see that what exactly we are seeing. We can simply click OK, and if I refresh this, we'll see that without even doing or pulling extra tools over here, I have got the summarized data of each category as total sales over here. And if I run simply the workflow here, you'll see that now we are seeing total sales by each category, the first or second question that we were trying to answer. Yeah, this one. So if you look at this, you are seeing the total sales by profit, total sales by category, subcategory, and segment, right? So similarly, if you want to do the calculations for each and do it by the code, that you can also do. And if you want to use the feature where you don't want to code everything, you want to see and build the logics within it, we can simply go back to the state where we were, putting it a star over here, and we can simply remove the group by statement, and we can click OK. Once we do that, we'll see all data again. And now to do the same stuff, we don't need to do any coding. We can simply pull summarize tool over here, And we can say that, okay, I want to group by category, and then I want to get the total sale. I can rename it as same as we did over there, total sales, and I can run it. Now, if we look at the output anchor over here, it is giving as same as we were getting by the code. So Alteryx, as I mentioned earlier, Alteryx gives you the ability to do and calculate, explore the data as you want without writing a single code. You can simply configure it in the configuration window, and you can get the output the way you want. Now, same if you want to send out as an email, we can send it, using the email tool, we can configure and send it directly to, clients. Now, we have a lot of questions to be answered over here. Not only total sales, they also want to, know about the profit, average discount by segment, category, and subcategory. Let's answer this question here in Alteryx. How we can do that? So for now, we are seeing here the category and the total sales. We can also add profit. S- Profit will be sum of sales again, sum of profit, like sum of sales. We can say total profit. And also we want to get the discount as well. So average discount is something that we have to refer here. Why average discount? If we go individual discount by product and product, then that could be different, right? But I want to understand how much is the discount by each category we are providing, and then we're making this much of profit. And that's where we are going to put discount as average discount. We can go here, we can say, okay, give me the average discount. We can see, right? Now if I simply run this with few configurations, with few connections, I have got the values in result window like this. I can simply remove it, and you can see this part here. I'm seeing all the categories: furniture, office supplies, technologies, and then we are getting the total sales, total profit, and average discount that we are providing on each category. So the minimum discount, where we are providing minimum discount, if I simply ask, we can see that minimum discount is 13% that we are providing on top of technology, right? And the maximum discount, it is on furniture. Most of the discount we have to offer on furnitures. So we have answered one question. I think this only consists of three questions. I want, out of three, we have just answered one. What if we want to do the same stuff? Do we, need to rewrite everything or anything? Like if we go simply in SQL, we have to rewrite the query, custom query again, and you have to put everything over there, and then we have to, get the output. Here in Alteryx, we can simply copy this tool and we can paste it somewhere else. We can make the connection, and we can expand this configuration window. Instead of category, I can simply say, I want to get the data by segment, and I can group it by segment. I can take it up, I can run it. Once we do that, you'll see that earlier we were getting the information by category. Now we are getting the calculation by segment here. By consumer, corporate, or home offices, we can see what is the average discount that we are providing, and what are total sales we are doing by each segment. Also, what is the total profit by each segment, right? Same we want to do it for subcategories. What we can do, we can simply copy and paste and make the connection like that, like earlier we did, right? We can scroll down and we can put the subcategory. We can add as group by. We can go on top. We can remove this segment part. The configuration is done. We can simply run again, and we'll see that now we are getting the sum of sales, total sales for each subcategory, total profit for each category, each subcategory, and the average discount that we are providing. Now, the quick question, you are seeing that there are a lot of 17 to 18 categories are there, 17 categories are there, right? If I want, if I simply ask you that, okay, give me which category has the lowest discount, you might take some time, and you may have to, look into the data and see, okay, which one has the lowest. To identify it within the workflow, you can simply configure the sort tool over here, and this sort tool actually give you the ability to make it ascending or descending. You can simply run it. Once you do it, it will give you sorting, and through your sorting you can identify, okay, the first one is the labels. Label has the very minimum discount which is offering on to its uh, consumers, right? So label subcategory is offering very minimum discount to its customers. Still, it is making some profit. It is not that low. And similarly, if you want to do the sorting and then pick the top and bottom by any other form like total sales or profit, we can do it using the sort tool, right? So that's how we are actually playing with the data, and that's how we are trying to answer questions which is asked by the business. So first question, we have answered the total sales profit average discount by the segment category subcategories, right? We have the subcategories over here. We have the categories over here. We have the sub segments over here, and through which we are measuring the total sales, total profit, and average discount. Any questions so far, or any difficulties in understanding? Anyone? Great. I'll take this silence as no, and we can move forward. Okay. So see, first question that we have answered is total sales, profit, average discount by segment, categories, and subcategories. How about the how many segments, categories, subcategories do we have? Did we answer that question as well? The answer is yes. By doing one, we have also addressed the second one as well. You see that we can say that we have total 16 or 17 category subcategories over here, three categories I can see, and three segments, right? So by addressing one question, we have also answered the second one. We can simply put that. And when we are saying that what was total sales by segment, category, and then subcategory, did we answer this question as well? The answer is yes. What was total sales by segment, category, and subcategory, right? We are doing the same thing over here. By the category, we are getting the total sales. By subcategory, we are getting the total sales. Within this, by segment, we are also getting the total sales column over here, right? Then how many products do we have in each segment, category, and subcategory? So this is the question that we need to answer. And how we can do that? We can simply put one more tool over here. We can simply summarize it. We can select the category and group it by, and then we can simply say, okay, give me the count of product name. This count will actually provide me number of products in each category, right? If I simply run this and click on the output anchor, it will show me, okay, the each category, the furniture has 380 products that are sold, and then we have office supplies, we have like 1058 products which were sold in office supplies, and then we have technology, and 412 technologies product were sold in this data, right? And same if we want to do it for other segment and subcategories, we can simply copy paste the tool. I can simply connect it again, and we can, instead of category, I can remove simple category field from here. From the configuration window, I can add segment. And once you do that and can rerun the workflow, you'll see the configuration, same configuration is working for the segment. Now you can see that each segment is having approximate like 1100 and 1200 or 1700 products, right? Consumer, corporate, and home offices. And that's how you can get the subcategory as well. I can simply copy, paste it here, and I can connect. I can remove the category, and then I can add the subcategory as a group by option. It is as same as the SQL. In SQL, you actually write the queries and spend more time to do the calculation and get the numbers. Here you are just copy pasting and dragging drop tools, configuring your requirement and getting the output. As simple as that. Now, same if we, go and revisit the business question, you can see that how orders are shipped. You are seeing that, we have answered the two these first ones, all of them. Now we need to answer the how orders are shipped by each segment, category, subcategory. How we can do that? We can simply pull one more summarize tool here at the top. Okay, I can connect it. I can simply select the category to answer the question, and within that category I need to select the ship mode. Now we have category, and then we have another group by statement that is saying ship mode. And now I want to know how orders were shipped, right? So order ID could be the unique one. I want to understand if they how many orders are shipped by each category. I can simply say number of orders, right? After doing this, I can simply run the workflow. And once you do that, you'll see that we have all these categories. And within those categories, we have the ship mode options. And what are the ship mode options? We are not getting that much clarity using this. So we can simply put the sort tool over here. We can configure it like category should be ascending order, and then there should be a ship mode, and then it should be in the descending mode. We should be having the order. Why descending? I want to see that which ship mode is preferred by the customers, or which ship mode we are preferring to deliver our product, right? So that's how we can simply do that. Now here you can see that within the furniture category, we are saying the first, same day, and the second class and standard class over here, right? The order, so this orders are not sorted here, right? But could, be wrong here. Anyone? We have configured it. We have the, ship mode. We have category. What could be wrong? No? Great. Okay. So what I can do, see, we are using the ship mode here in ascending order, right? Which is the on first priority. The last priority is order. So first it will be sorted by ship mode. I can simply remove this. When I do that and rerun, we'll see it will be sorted by most preferred. You can simply click on this. Now you're seeing, okay, within the furniture category, you're seeing that topmost is standard class, then we have the second class, then we have first class, and then last we have same day. So Let's suppose if the data belongs to Amazon, okay, and the same day delivery is costly, and people are ordering only in emergencies, it is pretty much understood that okay, same day deliveries are, that's why they're preferred, at last, when they have no other options. When they have options to get it first class, second class, and standard class, they are preferring to do that only, right? So understanding that this is the answer that we are going to provide, same we can do for others as well. Like we have address category, we need to do the same for segment subcategories as well. What we can do, we can simply copy paste all these tools below, and we can make the connection again. We can reconfigure it to segment level here, and then we can take it on top, number of orders, we can take it to bottom. I can remove category. Now it's done for the segment. What about if I want to get the same for subcategory? I can make the connection again. I can configure it by the subcategory level, and within the subcategory I need to know that which subcategory belong to which category, and I can keep the category as well along with that. Also, I can update the sorting option. I can say that okay, I need the subcategory in ascending order as well, and then the same thing I can do for the segment section. I can configure the segment, and then we can simply run. Now you're seeing the same result over here. For each category, each category, we are getting the subcategories, and then each subcategory we are getting the ship mode, first, second, and same day standard class. These, and then we are getting the sorting as well. We are seeing that mostly preferred ship mode is standard class, right? So the answers that we have provided to these business questions, these are a kind of information that we are pulling using Alteryx. These are the questions that we can pull using any other medium like SQL, or any other medium, could be Python or any other programming language that you may want to use. But the visualization is something business is looking for. They are not gonna look into this part where you are just providing these numbers, summaries, etc. They want to see this into a form of graphs, charts, where they can use that and to present the numbers to stakeholders, clients, etc. And how we can do that, and that's a pretty much everybody wants to understand. We can simply remove all this part. We can remove. But before we go and move into visualization, we can kind of explore some of the other options as well. For example, let me add this simple tool, which is Python integration. I can add it. You want to explore the data a little bit, right? So how to explore the data without using that much mess, or pulling lot of tools over here on canvas. If you want to simply use Python to explore the data, what we can do, we can make the connection as we did for the SQL, and then we can directly put Python tool over here, and we can simply run it. Once we do that, we'll see that data is read by the tool, and once it does, you can simply see when you are interacting with Python in any other environment. For example, if you are doing it in Jupyter Notebook, you are doing it in Anaconda, you are doing it using CLI method, That's your choice. There you may have to import the queries, you may have to, you know, write import commands for the packages. For example, if you want to do the pandas analysis, you may have to write import it first and then use it. But here in the in Alteryx environment, you don't need to do that. You will be able to read the data. If you want to read through any other or directly you want to read or refer the file from the system, you may have to go for the importing section. Otherwise, if you want to read the data from the Alteryx environment, it is as simple as like connecting and making the read statement over here, but just like this. You'll see that reading input data is hashtag one, and we are making one connection. You can make a lot connection. I mean, as many as you want over here. It's no, it's not you know, and limit. You can just add more layers to it, and it will be giving you hashtag one, hashtag two, hashtag three, something like that. And you can simply write the commands like df here, matrix read hashtag one, hashtag two, hashtag three, hashtag four, something like that. And after doing that, if you want to explore the data, we can simply run these statements like this. And then if we want to explore top five, we can simply write df head, and it will give you top five rows of the data. And you want to get the bottom of it, bottom five, you can simply write df.tail statement and get the bottom five. Now, if you want to explore like data frame that you want to check if that is a list or any other form of storage, you can simply get the type. Want to get the mean, median, or something, you can use these direct commands. So understanding these, like, you don't need to import all the libraries over here. In case you want to see that what all libraries we already have, and the grouping statement, of course, that we were doing earlier within the Alteryx, that you can do using Python as well, right? We have created the subsection over here, subset of the data, as we did earlier, and then on top of that we are actually doing the group by statements. We are getting the mean, we are getting the minimum, we are getting the max, etc. And if you want to understand what all libraries are there in here, you can simply write one command, which is help log dot help modules. You can simply run it. It will gather all the information of libraries. It will show you which libraries are there available in the within the Alteryx environment, and you can refer those libraries for your analysis or advanced analysis that you may want to perform. You can not only build the analysis and then sort solutions within the Alteryx, but also you can actually build the models within the Alteryx, and those models can be easily deployed anywhere if you want to. For example, this is the option that you have to deploy the model anywhere you want to deploy, right? So that's how you can leverage the Alteryx, not for only BI, but also for the automations, also for the data visualization, etc. Because if you want to simply put a tool like this one, let me simply create one. Let's say you want to create an interactive chart for you. You can pull out the interactive chart, right? And using that chart, you can simply configure your requirement. Interactive chart tool option. You can simply add your requirement, which chart you want to see. You can configure it. You can configure it like segment. I want to see it on the x-axis, and I want to see the total sales on the y-axis, and I can simply do that. You see here, you're seeing that on top we have consumer, on the second we have corporate, and on third we have home offices, right? So this is like fastest way you can build your visualization. And also you can refer these charts with the output anchor over here. You can refer these charts to create a bigger report or a kind of one pager executive summary for your clients, etc. That all you can do. Now, before we, let's wrap this over here, like Alteryx part, let's explore how we can leverage the same data within Tableau to actually build some visualization and answer the same question that we have done within Alteryx. We can simply take the, sample. We can do one thing. We can use the sample tool from here. Okay, we can simply say, okay, I need to have like 50% of the data. I don't need to get all of that. And I can group by the column by saying, okay, I need by segment, 50% by segment. For each segment, it should be like 50%. I can simply run. Once I do that, it should be giving only 50%. So now if you look at here, we are passing like 9,994 and we're getting only 4998, right? Exactly the 50%. We can take this output, we can write the output at local. We can say, okay, write the output over desktop. How we can do that? We can simply go to the file section. We can select the file. We can say, okay, write the output to desktop and make it the Tableau report data. Once we do that, it will ask which sheet do you want to. You want to give your own name or you want to keep it default. I'll keep it default for now. I can simply run the workflow. Once we do that, you'll see that over here in the results window, it is giving a lot of options like, uh, all the options are stating some of the problems. For example, here it is saying that, okay, designer reported running at low priority. It is saying allocating requesting memory, etc. All the messages are providing some information, whatever is happening within the workflow to perform your task. It is stating all those statements over here in the all summary. And that's how we can also debug if there are some errors. We can see if there are some conversion errors, or also we can see some of the warnings if we have, and all the files that it is reading and writing, all the files can be referred over here in the file section. Then we can go to all section again. We can save if we want. We can save it simply. I'm not saving this workflow for now. I can refer the workflow later. Now here you can see that Tableau report data is here. I can open Tableau public to connect this data and build some charts on top of it. So Tableau desktop is opening. So before we move or conclude, I mean, move to the next one, I want to take all the questions you may have. Probably you want to, get before moving to Tableau part. Anyone, if has any questions? Great. Then I'll take this silence as no. We can move to next. So we don't have advanced options over here because this is a public version that Tableau has to offer. It is as same as the Tableau desktop, but Tableau desktop has a lot of advanced options to connect to a lot of data web connectors, etc. And also you can connect to data sources directly. Like for now, we are connecting using the SQL. SQL directly can be connected using Tableau desktop from here. If you want to connect the same data, we don't need any other medium to do that. We can directly do that using Tableau desktop licensed version. For now, we are going to refer the Tableau report data. We can simply go for our Excel workbook. We can import it. Once we do that, we'll see that sheet 1 is here. This is the data that we created. We can pull this. We'll see as same as earlier. We have all that sales, quantity, discount and profit information along with category, subcategory, segment and customer information over here with order date, ship ID, etc. Right? We want to analyze and understand the same questions that we did using Alteryx. You can refer the business questions again here. I want to understand the total sales, profit, average discount. I can simply pull, but before we do that, we can simply pull like sales, total sales. I can say, okay, this is the total sales that we are having. And with this drag and drop, we can put, you know, information like category. We can pull it in rows and we can see the same information as we were exploring over there in Alteryx. We are just dragging and dropping. We are able to pull out the information that we need as by each category. Now by each category, if I add simply the subcategory, it will split the data into different subcategories within the category. And if I want to analyze the data or compare by segment, I can simply put it in column and it will actually segregate my data into a tabulation form. And this is the power of Tableau that we can see. We were actually getting all the information, everything one by one in Alteryx. However, the same we are able to do it in just one sheet. We are able to create the table and the data segregation. And now if I simply want to, you know, create the grand total of it, I can simply create the grand total where I can see the grand total of all these categories, all these subcategories. And if I want to create the, grand total of column, I can simply do that here at the bottom. I can do that. And if we want to do the subtotals, we can also add the subtotals. These subtotals belong to technology for each particular segment. We can refer these totals for each subcategory, and we can refer grand totals, column grand totals for overall consumer. So we can refer all of these cross by sections, vertical and horizontal to get all the numbers and total information if you want. And this table can be shared to your stakeholders and clients as well. They can refer all the values in just one page. Now same, this is not that much appealing. You want to, make it more appealing, you can refer on and go for the highlight table. We can go in this format where you can simply more make it like full. Now it is colorful, something like that. Hope you can see my screen, right? Any questions so far, so that I can take before we move to next street where we build charts. Any question regarding this? Anyone? Okay. So by doing this, you are also seeing, by highlighting, by using the option highlight tables, you are also seeing it's a kind of heat map where you are actually getting the hint that this is the topmost value in your data. You are saying that this is darkest blue, right? Darkest blue indicates that this is the top highest, top value in your data. The phones section on in let's say consumer section, phones are performing really really well. Everybody wants to buy phone. And same, chair is the second necessity. In the consumer section, chairs are preferred and bought most frequently by the customers. So this is how we can also identify, not by looking at, and but also by just the color. We can pick, okay, this is the product that we are actually going to focus more. We are going to, place the orders more. We are going to sell in the market. This is how we are going to make the decisions for the market, by learning from the market. The same, now that we have answered all that questions here, like total sales, profit, average discount is not there for now. We were exploring just total sales. Now if you want to do the same for profit, we can do that. We can simply replace profit. We can make the profit over here. We can remove this part. We can make labels for the profit as well. So here you can also see that we are getting the highlight table for the profit as well. All those values which are negative, we can just look and identify that. All those dark orange values, you can identify them, they are most negative. So table section is actually generating, causing the loss than profit. Same it is in, we can see this throughout all the segments, not only in consumers but also in segment, home offices, etc. Everywhere we are seeing the tables in negative. So what could be the reason will be the next question that may your business can ask. What are the steps that you may follow, that what are the pointers that you should note, and you should address these questions, so that when business ask these questions, that why we are getting these negative values in table, you are prepared to answer that. That's where we as a data analyst will be focusing. Our job is not to provide only the numbers. Our job is to ensure that business is not in loss. If any of the section is putting the negative values over there, then we should be in the position where we can answer that this is the reason why the values are in negative. And that's where the digging into the data and finding out the answer will be your topmost priority as a data analyst. We can go to the next sheet. Till now we explored all the data and profit, sales, and now if you want to simply go for, let's say if you want to analyze average discount that we are providing, maybe that negative values that you are seeing over here, that is because of discount. We are providing a lot of discount. Maybe we want to see that where we are providing a lot of discounts, right? We can simply put the values, discount values over here. We can say, okay, don't do that. Give the values a kind of average look. Here you can see that binders. Okay, I can remove this. I can simply put the values like this. Okay, so by looking at this, you can see that okay, we are providing discounts on tables, but this is not that much. It could be one of the reason that we are providing discounts so much, so that's why the we are getting negative numbers. But also we are providing the highest discount over binders, right? But binders cannot cause binders. If you look at the binders, we are making profit over here, right? So it could not be binders. Tables we are providing discount. If you want to reduce the uh, profit, you are getting negative values. If you are getting less profit, how you can address these problems further? You can dig more into the data. You can try to answer those questions. Now we can address other questions that business is interested in, like how many segments, categories, and subcategories do we have? Don't we have answered the same question over here? We have three categories, three segments, and 17 subsegments, subcategories. I think we have already answered that. We can skip to this question. What was the total sales by segment and category and subcategory? We have already answered that over here in the first sheet, right? This is the sales portfolio, sales graph, sales highlight table that we have created over here. Now, how many products do we have in each category? That's something we can answer, right? We can simply pull the information, category into rows, subcategories into rows, and then we can pull segment into column. You'll see we have got the list of it. Now I want to get the product count of each. I can simply convert it to measure and make it like count distinct. I can simply see what are the product distribution throughout the data. I can simply make it fit with, so that we see it uh, in a center section. Okay, so now here you can see that furniture category has bookcases. The topmost, if I want to identify how I can do that, I can put simple, sorting over here. How we can do that? We are getting a kind of you know, product count, and we can sort it descending. We can see that if we are getting the exact numbers or not. What we can do, we can sort it by sorted by product name count distinct only. The calculation that we have given over here, we can use the same to sort it. Now, while sorting, you are seeing that okay, this is getting sorted, but is it sorting the way we want, right? Is it? I don't think so. Right now, the sorting that you are seeing, it is horizontal, not vertical. You may want to see the vertical sorting. It is starting from 37, 25, and 14. Throughout, you'll be seeing the same sorting. It is horizontal. It's not following the order. Now, if you want to see the same sorting below in the category, you have to go in the category section. You have to put the sorting option over here. You can select the field option. You can select the descending option, and you can put the sorting on category. Once you do that, you're not still not getting the correct sorting. And what could be the reason? These are the questions that you may ask, right? One of the answer would be the granularity part and the aggregation. This is something Tableau relies on, and we are going to look for the granularity that we are picking up. This is not the you know granular level where the this table is built on. We have to go for the subcategory. Now, if we put the descending order on subcategory, this will actually give you the exact, you know, output that you may want to look. So if you look at this table now, you can see that here in the consumer section, it is sorted by descending order. Here in the office supplies and the subcategory level, it is sorted by descending order. We can see all those values are sorted in descending order. If you want to do it at the overall level, you may have to create the advanced calculation over here that we may address in future classes. This is how we can get the answer for how many products do we have in each segment, category, and subcategory. Now, if we want to do the totals of it, we can simply follow the analytics pane and we can put the totals, grand totals, subtotals, and the raw totals over here so that you can see what is the total value, what are the total products for each category, subcategory, and the you know segments throughout. So earlier we were taking a lot of time in Alteryx, SQL, and Python to import and write the code and explain how it is happening, and that all time is saved now, right? Just by putting the data into Tableau, importing the data into Tableau, and pulling out the information that you may want to see. Once you drop it, you get all that you need, right? This is the power of SQL. SQL is the Tableau's internal engine that actually provides you the visibility within the data, granularity that you want to play in, and analysis that you want to perform. This is not the only thing. It has a lot of inbuilt charts that you may want to create. Also, within the marks card, you can select all those you know charts that are standard in nature, and then you can use. You can make customized charts. Customization is on peak, and you can a kind of create customized charts using Polygon as well. Polygon actually gives you the ability to create your custom charts that you may want to create and then use it. For example, the Shanghai chart, diagrams, and etc. that you may want to build using the custom charts features that Tableau has offer. Okay, so these are advanced classes that we are going to provide you in our advanced courses that we are going to provide. So this is how we actually address questions that are coming from business. And project by project, we execute and try to find the analysis, which basically try to analyze the data and provide answers to the business questions that business want to understand. This is the job that data analysts perform, and this is what we are going to teach you with the applied methods. We will be teaching you how to build these connections, how to get the data, how to fix the data if there are some issues, how to actually create custom charts within the Tableau desktop, within any other platform. Maybe it is Power BI, Alteryx, or you want to create the custom table within SQL, or you want to use Python within your environments. Could be like Python can be used in anywhere. You want to use Power BI, there also you can integrate Python. You want to use Tableau desktop, there also you can integrate Python and R as well. All of these integrations and how you connect data to different sources, how you build everything in an applied manner. We teach everything, how you actually do from scratch, till the reporting, till the sharing the report to your stakeholders, and till how you present your report and your findings to your stakeholders and clients. All of that is offered within this applied data analytics course. And the approach is very clear. We are going to provide you pre-reading materials on how to download the tools, how to get the licenses to activate the tools for learning purpose, and then how you use that learning to actually incorporate and practice with the available data that we are going to provide. And then you will be getting the live projects from working professionals who are going to teach you, and then you are going to get live projects from the project leads who are going to train you 101. And based on that, we are going to create your profiles in the data analytics field, and we are going to pass the resume and everything to our network. Our network is established in top tier companies. Why we are including Alteryx here is one of the reason that top tier companies are not just looking for someone who can interact with Excel and create custom calculation in Excel. They are looking someone who can actually understand the big data and the medium data. They can handle it, and the medium data and the big data cannot be handled by Excel. It has the limitations. It cannot do that efficiently. Even if it is able to handle it, it has some limitations. It cannot do that. And the big companies have the big data, and that's where they're looking someone who is well versed with technologies like Alteryx and big data, other big data technologies that they are leveraging. And that's where our courses are going, not just to help you learn these big data technologies and how to handle them, also to present stakeholders how you are actually doing it and what are your findings. Any questions so far? Anyone if want to ask something? Okay, I'll take this as no. Then we can conclude this call by creating the dashboard that we have. Okay, that by creating the dashboard, when I'm saying let's create the you know charts for these questions that we have, business questions, and then make a one dashboard, quick dashboard, so that we can see how it is presented in the section. This is the dashboard section. We can make it automatic. We can give it a range. This is a blank sheet, as same as we were seeing in Alteryx, the canvas. Here we'll be putting all the sheets. But before we do that, let's create few new sheets where we are putting the charts. I want to see by each category what are the sales. I can simply put the sales over here on table. I can reverse it. I'll see here. I can make it full. I can see which one. is the topmost. I can sort it. I can sort it by, you know, sales. I can see that technology is on top. I want to see the number on the top here. I want to convert these numbers into different form. I can make it currency and I want to use it a single decimal. I can convert it to currency. This will be in K now. I can do the same for I can do the same for subcategory. This is my category. This is my subcategory. Let me just rename. I will pull the subcategory over here and replace it with category. Uh, I'll replace subcategory with that. I can simply sort it. We can see that phone section is on top. We can simply keep this. I can duplicate the sheet. I can rename it to segment and pull the segment over here. I can sort it. It's done. So all these charts by the sales, it is here. I want to see the table is there. I'll simply go to dashboard. I'll pull those information like category, subcategory, etc. I'll pull the category first. Here we have the category. Then we can simply pull the segment on the right right side. I can pull the subcategory at the bottom. So I want to put it at the bottom. So we have a category, then we have subcategory over here. Now we want to, add the table as well, right? So we can show that, okay, this is the table that we are referring. We can remove the sales panel where we are highlighting, delete the container. I can squeeze a little bit. I can see that segment and this is here. I can also add profit table as well, because profit table was giving me some of the highlights of the, you know, negative values. I can put it like this. I can remove the subheadings. I can remove this subheading as well. I want to give it a name. I can put it on top. I can give it name like sample superstore dashboard. I can make it 32 Tableau bold, 26. I can make this dashboard like this. I can remove simply the profit label from here. I can give it a different look altogether. So here, who is performing better in terms of total sales? We can see from this section over here, and how we are performing in terms of profit. We can see over here on the middle section, and by the subcategory level, which one is top at the top, we can see over here. But this information is somewhere providing the same information that you are seeing over here. The indication is same. What we can do, we can simply pull it on top, and we can put these table form values at the bottom, and we can squeeze it a little bit, and I can make some space, make some room for these tables as well. These are really important tables in terms of providing the highlight of the, you know values. Also, This is not that much. We can simply make it full view. Okay. So this is that much. I want to see that, okay, if I simply want to analyze the technology throughout all the data and I simply want to make the filter out of it, there are a lot of other ways to filter out this data. But here in this one, we are simply gonna use the action filters. We can click on this small button that you are seeing, use as a filter. We can add this on top of each. And once we do that, you'll see once we click on this technology, all of my data is filtered. I can simply, by just by clicking, I can see how technology is performing throughout subcategories, segment, and the profit share and then the sales one. We are seeing that technology, if you simply want to see that, okay, how phones are doing within technology, you can simply see that. How much profit phones are making, you can simply see that. Even if the accessories on the sales side are lower, at the lower side, you are seeing that, okay, actual profit side, they are making much more profit than, phones. It is more than like double. Sales are, 90,000 sales in phones and 45,000 sales in accessories. Still, accessories are making much more, you know, profit than phones. The profit ratio is bigger, and that's where you may want to see. Also, copiers, if you talk about copiers, you're seeing that, okay, 27, just 27,000 sales, and you are making profit on top of like 10,000 approx. And this is where you need to present your finding, how you are making the suggestions, how you are prescribing your business to take the decisions so that we can maximize the profit on top of it. And same can be presented to your stakeholders, your clients, in the form of dashboard. You can simply enable this presentation mode and you can click integrate and simply explain the dashboard, deliver your understanding, deliver your findings to your stakeholders and your clients. And you can enhance the business. You can, and improve the quality. You can reduce the uh, negative losses. If you reduce the losses, obviously it is gonna turn into the profitable business, and then ultimately it will deliver the results. So this is what these are the capabilities. Within just 1.5 hour, we are able to not only figure out how the data looks like, also we are able to build some informative dashboard on top of it, and we are able to actually create interactive dashboards over here. Like if you are clicking furniture, it is filtering out furniture. If you are going for the segments, you can click on segments and it will give you data for the segments. You want to get the information, or analyze the data by subcategory, you can use the subcategory as well. So these are the interactive dashboards that you can build within an hour, within minutes, with the capabilities of these tools. Tools can be any Power BI or Tableau. We help you learn all these tools and master all these tools end to end. And with this, we will conclude this call. Any final question or comments if you want to ask, you want to, put, we are open for that. Anyone? Any questions from anyone? Great. Then I'll take this silence as no, and we will conclude this call. We'll see you in next class. We keep having these master classes where we address these problems differently. So if you are more towards data analytics, you can join and then explore it further. I'll conclude this call by saying we will see you in next class. Till then, bye bye.